members of Gjallarhorn got blown up.
What's the name?
His name is Ein.
The best.
And he's
the second best.
He's a little corgi, right? He's a smart corgi.
Not that Ein, you dick. Hello there, comrades. It is I, your Supreme Overlord, Vanny Vanilla. Today, we're going to mix it up a little bit. This video is a new episode of Weekend at Vanny's, but with a slight twist. It's a review of Mobile Suit Gundam Blooded Orphans, but I'm accompanied by a good comrade and Gundam newbie, Yuki Caviar. Remember the first episode of Weekend at Vanny's? Yep, it's the same guy. I wanted to do this video to get a perspective of a Gundam newbie. It's a very unique perspective, and we have a lot of good back and forth between each other. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this special edition of Weekend at Vanny's, a review of Blooded Orphans.
And now, recorded in Rasburg City, Rasburg, home of the famous Red Light District, it's time for Weekend at Vanny's.
Are we doing it now?
I think we are.
Oh, we're live right now, are we?
We're live right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So, yeah, we're going to be reviewing IBO, Blooded Orphans, which I just saw.
Correct. And you are a brand new Gundam fan, am I right?
Oh yeah, I am very new, and I'll just have you know, I am a bit of a Gundam connoisseur now.
Are you now? Just from one series, you're a Gundam connoisseur?
Yeah, I'll have you know I own 3 Gunplas.
Oh, 3 Gunplas. Which ones do you have?
I have, Galio's.
Don't even know their names. See, look at that.
No, I do. No, shut up. I have Galio's Gundam from the 2nd season.
And what's the name?
Vedar.
Not wrong.
Whatever, it's Galio's Gundam.
But you gotta have the name.
Oh my god. I have the Barbados. Everybody likes the Barbados.
Wait, say the name again?
Barbados.
That's how you're gonna pronounce it, Barbados?
Yes, his name is Barbados Slim Man.
It's not the island, and it's Barbatos. There's a T, not a T.
Yeah, it's Barbatos, whatever.
Barbatos, yeah, Barbados.
And lastly, I have the RX-78, because, you know, it is iconic.
Oh, that's so nice of you to acknowledge the icon that is RX-78.
And before we get into the review part of this video, I like to let everybody know what the next video of this review is going to be. Vanny, how are you liking Rosario Vampire?
Well, it finally got somewhat decent after 19 volumes of absolute trash.
Oh, is that so?
Oh yes, because we finally got a hot guy to show up.
Well, I'll let your hate and absolute love for the manga just fester over time until we finally do that review.
Well, only 50 more chapters of wonderful storytelling to go.
Everyone in the comments, spam Vanny if you want me and Vanny to play the Rosario Vampire DS game.
No.
Nobody even knows what that is. Not a single person. You're the only one in the world that knows that exists.
Just text yes. I really, really, really want you to play this game in the comments over and over again.
If you do it, you will be sent to the dungeon. I promise you.
No, you won't, because I'm the hero.
We're not the hero. You will never be the hero.
Okay, so Blooded Orphans.
Before we jump into IBO, we have to let the audience know just how much Gundam knowledge you had prior to IBO. So, what did you know about Gundam before it?
I knew everything about Gundam before IBO. Yes.
And aside from everything that Wooly told you, what did you know about Gundam?
Don't you diss Wooly. Don't you diss Wooly. He's the one that got me into Gundam.
Even though your best friend in the whole wide world, which is me, is the expert.
Yeah, well, he was wrong about Wing, that I can say. Wing fucking sucks.
I mean, it is a hard watch, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely
However,
difficult.
it does have an amazing intro.
It is very high in the meme quality, so it's very good when you watch it as a meme. If you try to watch it seriously, it's terrible.
I tried to watch the Gundam movies, and Vanny told me not to.
Correct, because that's not how you do it.
Even though it's my only option to watch the originals without, resorting to sailing the seven seas.
Sail the seven seas, hoist the flag, Mr. Pirate.
And I tried to watch Gundam. What was that one called? What's that one that you're also trying to get me into? It's not G Gundam. What the fuck is it? I don't remember. Yeah, Double O. That's it. Thank you.
I'm telling you, you will like that one.
And with whatever. I watched a few episodes of it, and then I got real talky, and I was like, eh.
Oh, God forbid, there's storyline in it. Oh. So wait, you mean to tell me before any of this Gundam watching, you didn't know the only mobile armor, I should say, that you knew was a what?
It was Big Zam.
There it is.
Hey, I knew the RX-78.
You just knew it as the Gundam, don't even.
Yeah, because it's literally called the fucking Gundam.
Yes, it's Grandpa.
Wasn't there a Proto Gundam before that was like red and white?
One, that's very good points for you for knowing, and two, not in the original series, that was in Origin, but in MSV, but kudos for you for, knowing that.
Yeah, so I said that I was gonna check out 8th MS too, because, it was very short.
You should watch it.
And then, after you finish Rosario Vampire, we're gonna take a look at Sekirei, aren't we, Vanny?
One volume is all I'm giving.
No, because we're turning this into a series, Vanny. I watch Gundam things, and you read my shitty, like, harem ecchi anime mangas.
Wait a second, did you just shoehorn yourself into a whole series on my YouTube?
Yes, I did. I absolutely did. I have no shame.
You're an evil bastard, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. IBM.
Yes,
Let's
IBM.
talk Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Iron-Blooded Orphans, it starts off in Mars with two children, Orga and Mikazuki.
Really? We're gonna call Orga a child?
Well, the flashback to, what should we do now, Orga?
Oh, God.
Before, present day, where they're being, horribly abused as child soldiers.
Poor things.
I know. Poor Mikazuki, he has no, empathy or anything. He doesn't even, react to anything.
Did you really just say poor Mikazuki, really?
Yeah, poor Mikazuki. He has no feelings, and he's always eating.
Tragic. It's amazing how he's still a twig.
Yes, he's always eating dates.
Is that what it is?
Yes, he's always eating dates. It's dates.
I know, it always sounds like a plumber, like a prune or something.
Nah, they're dates. Take a drink every time that Mikazuki eats something in Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that one. No, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, so the series starts off with them in a base on Mars, and they're supposed to get this lady coming in, Cordelia Irna Bernstein, and she's supposed
got the name.
And she's supposed to be like the fucking ambassador to Earth to Mars. She wants the Martian people to be free from Galahorn's rule, which is the not Zeon group of this anime.
Makes no sense that you're even making that connection, but go ahead.
They're space Nazis.
They're not space Nazis.
They're space Nazis that are based on Earth.
That doesn't make them space Nazis then, does it?
Oh, but the Imperium can be literally anything that it wants to be, but they're based on Earth.
What? What?
That clock. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, it's a repeat of the frickin' Weekend at Vanny's episode. You've got to be kidding me. It's that damn clock again.
Shut up.
This is why you can't have a series.
Shut up, Vanny. Okay, so, yeah, Cordelia's there to be like, we need to be nice to the Martian people. And to that I say, fuck Mars. It's a shithole.
It really is.
Yes. And then a lot of, child soldier drills happen, and then we cut to, the two heroes of the series, McGillis and Galio.
I appreciate you calling Galio a hero. So McGillis isn't a hero. Galio is, yes.
McGillis is totally a hero.
Oh, okay. Let's celebrate the pedo bear.
Besides that, we'll get to that in a bit because that doesn't happen until like episode 5, I think. So yeah, McGillis and Galio are there scouting out what's going on Mars, and they almost hit one of the characters' sister. The character's name is Biscuit, and his sisters are Cookie and Cracker. And Biscuit is the only likable one in Tekkadan, which is the group that they make. The child soldiers on Mars. That's their group.
Yeah.
So they almost
Wait,
hit those
you really
kids.
just say Biscuit's the only likable one? Like, really?
Yes.
So Akihiro gets no love.
No, Akihiro's great too, and he should have been the protagonist. He's basically Guts.
Definitely is.
Yeah, so fighting happens, and Mikazuki ends up strangling Galio, making him look like a little...
Which makes no sense. Like, I don't understand how Mikazuki has this, super strength to, lift up Galio, who's probably, I would say double his weight. But,
Not
it's
to mention
anime.
double his height, which
That
means he's
too.
really extending his arm.
I hate Mikazuki, but yes, go ahead.
Yes, your hatred is noted. You hate Mikazuki more than Tsukune.
Trust me, the hatred for Mikazune is gonna be in this throughout this whole video.
Mikazune?
Mikazune, oh my god, that's it! Mikazune. The combination, the fusion of Mikazuki and Tsukune.
But that would give Mikazuki some emotion.
Too much emotion, never mind, don't let that happen.
So, yeah, after the whole scouting thing that McGillis and Galio do, Galahorn decides we're gonna attack Mars. And that forces everyone on Mars to get in their mobile workers, or Metal Gears,
Really?
as
I guess,
they
yeah,
look like Metal
yeah.
Gears.
Yeah, that's a good point, good point.
That's probably why the only reason why I got into Iron Blooded Orphans, because, the little mobile workers look like Metal Gears.
I'm surprised. I've never seen anyone actually be attached to the little mobile workers. That's a first.
Well, it's unappreciated. And apparently these little mobile workers can outmaneuver and attack and mobile suits from Galahorn because they have gross spine implants, the little child soldiers.
Do you remember the name?
Evan Vion system?
Close enough. Alea Vignana system, and I can't even spell it. I can't even spell it, so...
Oh, you got an Alea Vignana.
Actually, it's Alea Vignana system.
So yeah, and then Mikazuki decides these mobile workers aren't cutting it. People are getting too good in these mobile suits. I'm gonna head back to the base and get in the Barbatos, which I forgot to mention was a broken down old piece of Gundam that they found out in the middle of nowhere.
Isn't that so convenient?
Isn't it? And Mikazuki is the only one that can pilot it.
What a shocker.
Ooh. And Mikazuki is so amazing. Ooh, Mikazuki, Mikazuki, ooh, he's so cool.
You just cream your pants over Mikazuki?
No, that's just how the anime wants you to react to Mikazuki.
Oh, and believe me, there are people that will die on that hill that Mikazuki is so great, and it's just... No.
At least Mikazuki is better than Hiro.
Wow, that is incorrect. So incorrect in so many ways.
I don't like Gundam Wing, Vanny.
I don't either, but I recognize game when I recognize game, and Hiro is 10 times better than Mikazuki.
The only good people in Gundam Wing are Zex and the guy that pilots Death's Gundam.
No, you just completely skipped Trey's, the only one that makes sense in the whole anime.
And the only, cool Gundam besides Death Gundam is Heavy Arms.
Why are you calling it Death Gundam?
Because it has a f***ing scythe.
That makes it Death Scythe, does it not?
Whatever. So, the child soldiers get away from their chain of command, they throw them out and whatever, and they decide from this day on, we'll be known as Tekkadan.
Yeah, and that pretty much sums up episode 1.
Yep.
Are you gonna do all 49 episodes within an hour?
Yes, we will do all 50 episodes individually.
That is not how it works.
No. I'm kidding. So yeah, that's the basic synopsis of episode 1. So they do a lot of like planning. They go out into space later on, and Mikazuki kills a bunch of people without emotion, and he keeps like, "What should I do now, Orga? Orga, please tell me. Orga, please. Orga, spread my open."
Oh my god, there's a yaoi for that too, so not
Oh, I don't doubt it. Mikazuki can't do anything without Orga's say so.
See, and then there's so many people that will defend that and say, no, it's because of Mikazuki's actions that he could do blah blah blah. And it's like, please, did we watch the same series? Every time it's, what's next, Orga? What do I do next, Orga? What do I do now, Orga? It's so annoying.
With your guidance, Orga. Orga.
Like you said earlier, Akihiro should have been the main character.
Akihiro should have been the main character, that or McGillis or Galio.
Why are you so hung up on McGillis?
Because McGillis is f***ing awesome.
He's so stupid, especially in season 2, and you know it.
McGillis is the best. I don't care what you say.
Why? I would like to know why you think he's the best.
Because he's blonde.
Oh, so he's Aryan and that makes him the best?
That's not what I meant.
But you just did. You just said it.
Every anime has a blonde cool guy, and that's McGillis.
I mean, yes, he is very suave, and he is a very handsome fellow.
He's basically the Char of the series.
He is the Char. Did you say Char? Like he's like charcoal?
Yes.
No, it's Char.
No, you're right. If anyone is definitely charred, it's Garma.
You're so funny.
We have to blame. He has no one to blame but himself. The misfortune of his own birth and all.
You didn't even watch that episode. You just watched my breakdown video of it.
Oh, well, at least it's one more viewer count to your name.
It is true. I appreciate your support.
Yeah, so, anyway, they go up into space because they're heading to Earth to get Cordelia out to, spread the word about the Martian suffering. But, who cares about that? And they end up getting in a space fight with the Chad of the series.
Who's the Chad of the series?
The Chad of the series is named Naze, and he looks like Michael Jackson.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Are you kidding me, Vanny? That's the first thing I thought of when I saw him. I'm like, this guy looks like Michael Jackson.
Oh my god, I can't unsee it now.
He even dresses up like smooth criminal Michael Jackson.
Oh my god, he does.
Yeah, Naze is a bit of a man whore and a bit of a harem protagonist, if you will.
He really is. The whole ship.
Yes.
The whole ship is his.
Ship. Yes, the whole ship.
Even a daycare for all of his kids, too. It's crazy.
Yes, except he has one main waifu, and I do not remember her name.
Oh my god. Hold on. I don't remember her name either, but I can pull it up real
I'm going to be honest with you, Vanny. Outside of the main crew, I don't remember much of their names.
I can tell. Her name was Amita Arca.
Yes, and she's hot.
She is a very good-looking woman, yes.
Yes. So, after their little space fight, Naze decides, hey, Orga, I like the cut of your jib. You want to join my Yakuza crime family? Well, guess what? You got no choice right now, so let's go. And there's a whole boring Yakuza subplot that you can skip. It doesn't matter.
Really? You think you could just skip that? That's very important. Come on.
Vanny, it literally never comes up.
It does in season 2.
No. Vanny, it only comes up very little. And the only time that it comes up during season 2 is when someone in the Yakuza family is like, I want to kill Naze, and that's it.
Yeah, it's very Yakuza Mafia-like. It's that drama.
No, Vanny, it is a non-factor in this story.
It is, but it's a good sidetrack.
It's not, though. Nothing happens.
Really, nothing happens?
Except for, Naze, but that's it. I'm going to tell you right now, the only ones that you need to worry about in that whole Yakuza side plot business is Naze and Orga, because no one else matters.
What about What's-Her-Face?
What do you mean, what's her face?
Akihiro's girl or whatever that gets shot in.
Oh, Akihiro's girl?
Loeffler, yes. So many people, whatever the hell her name is. I hated that, but so many simps for her. I don't get it.
Yeah, Lofter, she has a thing for Akihiro, and Naza is just like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's very strange.
If you wanna go with him,
yeah.
I don't own you, and quite frankly, I've been looking to get rid of you.
Like, the one time that I've rooted for Mikazuki was when he was fighting Loeffler in that.
Yeah, so then they end up in, like, this, like, satellite station or whatever. You know, a colony, basically. But, you know, they didn't destroy Australia with it.
Come on, you know the name. Say the name.
I don't remember. What is the name?
Remember?
No.
It rhymes with port.
Vort?
No, it rhymes with port. Like, you know, a port.
Yes.
So,
and I said Vort.
No, it's Dort.
You know,
like the D, Dort.
Oh, Dort!
Remember?
Yes.
It's a stupid name.
The Dorts.
Dort.
And there you find out that Biscuit has a secret brother who sells them out to Galahorn.
Bum, bum, bum.
Because Tekiden is really supplying weapons to the lower classes. That goddamn clock.
There it goes again.
There is a way to stop it from chiming. I just don't know how to do it, and I don't really want to with this clock.
Well, yeah, because then your grandfather will come out and swing his balls at you. Oh God, he's dead. I think I killed him. He's dead. It's it. It's over for him.
What a horrible image you just put in my head.
Just swinging the chain, but it's his balls.
That's disgusting. Shut the up. Oh no, it's like Castlevania the anime. You know how Trevor's always like swinging the vampire killer around like a base?
Yeah, your RX-78 does the same thing with the Gundam hammer. It just swings the chain and the ball around. So that's like what he's gonna do to you.
This is disgusting. Okay, so anyway, after they supply weapons to the lower classes, you know, part of the dart explodes. And Biscuit's like, I forgive you, brother. I won't forget you. And Biscuit's brother is like, what have I done?
I don't think he's ever seen after that. Like,
no, he's not. Nobody gives a shit about him. He's not important.
Exactly. Like, it's like, what's the point of that whole arc? But whatever.
Yeah.
It's good drama, I guess.
So, now we're gonna cut to a party on Earth.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Vanny, you know this part very well.
I do.
It is the scene.
The scene.
Yes. So there's a party on Earth, and Galio and McGillis are all dressed up, and out comes McGillis's fiance.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
This is why I'm like, I don't know if I should like McGillis or not.
Defend your boy. Go ahead, defend your boy McGillis. You just said he's a hero. He's so cool. So defend your boy, please.
This is the one, like, action that I can't defend or forgive. And also, Galio should have an issue with this, because, you know, his sister and all.
But it's with his best friend at the time, so it's like, yeah, sure,
that's true.
It's his best buddy.
So, McGillis has a child bride.
And how old is this child bride?
I believe she's around 10, but he never does anything with her.
She's
so
10
thank God for
in season 2. She's 9 in season 1.
Oh God, that's even worse. But thank God that he never does anything. Thank God he never does anything, and he's just using her for power.
That we know of. Do you not remember how he put her on his lap?
Yes, I do.
Defend your boy, yeah.
I can't defend that.
You don't just do that with the little lolly and then be like, oh yeah, I don't touch her or anything like that. Oh, I didn't do anything off it.
I can't defend that. As much as I like McGillis, he loses points, and Galio is my favorite character because of that.
Galio is truly the best.
Galio truly is the hero and protagonist of the series.
If he wasn't in it, I would be out of it. I guarantee you. He's so good. So good.
Yeah, so So there was a battle that happened on Mars. I forgot to mention this, and one of the f***ing, like, members of Gallahorn got blown up.
What's the name?
And his name is Ein.
The
And
best. The second best.
he's a little corgi, right? He's a smart corgi.
Not that Ein, you dick.
No, he got blown up, and Galileo has to make a decision. Do I save him from being a vegetable all his life, or do I just let him rot? And Galileo chooses the first option. He saves him by implanting an Alea Vignana system into Ein, but you're not supposed to know that until, you know, the final battle on Earth when they get there.
Such a good battle. One of the best.
Yes, it is one of the best. And oh my god, like, the battle on Earth is arguably one of the best points of the series. So what they do to Ein is they give him a Alea Vignana system for his whole body, and they basically turn a mobile suit into a dreadnought from 40K.
Good analogy, very accurate.
And apparently Ein is supposed to be the best, you know, mobile suit pilot, like, ever, because he's in the fucking thing.
He literally is the mobile suit.
Yes, he is the mobile suit, and he's like,
I serve now and forever.
A giant mobile suit? Where'd it come from? That machine's not in the database. Let's
Assault
go!
cannon mounted and ready.
Guard
Switching to melee.
Alea Vignana system? It must be.
None stand before his might.
so they get to Earth, and there's this old man that they need to get there because he's one of the original members of Gallahorn, or he's a prime minister of some, like, part of the world. I forget which.
It's okay, I don't remember his name either. He's that old samurai-looking guy. Yeah.
Yes, he's an old, like, samurai man, and he's living off a coast of someplace. I don't remember where. And he's like, "All right, Miss Cordelia, I will help you with your cause in helping end Martian oppression." And Gallahorn attacks, and this time they're led by one of the most, like, boring, non-interesting leaders that they have.
Oh, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Her name is Carta Issue.
Screw you.
She doesn't matter. She's only there for 2 episodes.
I'm not gonna I am not. First off, pause. I am not gonna let you slander her good name. She is vital to the story. She is so awesome. She's a badass.
Is she, though?
Yes, she is. Absolutely. She not only commands her unit, she actually goes out there and fights in her mobile suit, too. Furthermore, she's such a simp for McGillis. And all of her men are blonde, in case you didn't know. That's how much of a simp this girl is.
I do like that the mobile suits that she has are all night themed.
Yes, I think it's a Gray's Ritter or something like that. But yes, it is a cool
one. Who cares?
Screw you. Everyone needs to know.
Okay, well, she leads an attack on the old man's base. And this is where, you know, I was very shocked, because this is where Biscuit dies.
Good.
No, not good.
Good. Be gone with him.
It is one of the best death scenes in the series. It plays the theme song from the previous parts because they like to change out the themes a lot. And it is the best ending theme. I don't care what you say. It's called Tears of Orphans, I think.
There's no argument from me. All of the songs, most of the songs are bops.
Yes, and Biscuit dies, and it cuts to his sisters working on the farm, and it's very emotional, very sad, and everybody's bummed out that Biscuit's dead.
It's too bad that Cracker and Cookie weren't involved in that.
Oh my god, you ass.
Yes, we have to turn up the death meter in Gundam. That was one of the many problems with Witch from Mercury. Barely anyone fucking dies.
I don't know Witch of Mercury, but you're very passionate about hating it.
I don't hate it. It's just, it could have been a lot better.
No, but you hate the lesbians.
No, the lesbians are fine. Have you seen... Obviously you haven't seen, but I have seen so so much doujinshis, both of Yuri and Futa, when it comes to those two, so I'm okay with that. I am 100% fine with that.
Danny, you sound like the kind of person that would say, well, I have a black friend.
What are you talking about? Just because I like Futa and Sulemiyu each other with... Yeah, that sounds nice to me. My problem is the writing for a second half of season 2, but that's a whole other issue, and I need to do a whole other video based on my gripes with Witch from Mercury after doing 24 fucking videos.
All right. I didn't mean to steer you down this road.
Look what you did to me. You brought it out of me.
Yeah. Well, you can get all this emotion out of you when we do the Rosario Vampire review.
Oh, no, that's a whole other different type of emotion.
It's a whole other monster.
Correct.
Pun intended.
Anyway, so go ahead and fast forward to the part where I know you're dying to talk about Carta.
Yes. So they take a train to get the old man to the Parliament of Gjallarhorn so he can give a speech, so he can get reelected. And they take a train there, and it goes through a snowy area. And Carta shows up in her mobile suit and's like, "Come out and face me, pussy." And Mikazuki's like, "Bet." And he goes out there and he whoops her f***ing ass.
It's true. It's very true. It is one of the more one-sided fights you will ever see. But then again, all of Mikazuki's fights are one-sided, except for the end.
Yes.
But we're not there yet.
And then, he crushes her, and she's like, "Oh my God, McGillis, I'm sorry I failed you, Galio. You were always my best friends. I hope you always thought of me the same way, blah, blah, blah." So she dies, and there's no more issue there for her to worry about anymore.
You were just waiting to use that pun the whole time.
I was.
Such a dick.
She doesn't have an issue anymore, Vanny.
I have plenty of issues, but we'll get to that at the end. Go ahead.
She doesn't have an issue. Okay, so, after that, after the train ride, they get into the city, and Gjallarhorn sets up defense barricades and whatever to stop this old man from getting to the Parliament, which means there's a huge war going on in and around that city. And this is where Ein shows up, our dreadnought boy, and he absolutely starts demolishing people.
He should have killed those two.
He should have killed Lofter and the other chick.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't remember what her name is, but we'll call her
Izzy or something. The Mizore-looking girl.
We'll call her Mizore for now.
Of course, so you at least admit that she is a Mizore clone. Thank you.
She's not, but, for your sake, we'll do it.
For my sake.
Yes, because, for some reason you just can't stand Mizore.
It's not that I can't not stand her. She's just, a trash panda. Doesn't do anything.
She is not.
We will do that in the Rosario Vampire video. Focus.
You're right. So, Ein shows up and he destroys everything. And while that's going on, Galio is out there fighting Mikazuki until Mikazuki gets called for help. And before Galio can stop him, McGillis shows up in his awesome red and what the fuck is the suit called?
It's the Grim something. Hold on, I got it here somewhere. I'm a cheater.
Yes, look it up, because clearly your knowledge of Gundam has failed you.
IBO Gundam names are weird. Don't get me started on them. Can't remember where the hell is it?
Hey, you want to talk about weird names? Spider-Man has a mecha named after a dinosaur.
That is Grimgird. That's it. It's
yes.
The Grimgird.
And I hope you get a good look at it, because it never shows up again.
Well, technically it does. It just looks totally different.
Oh yeah, it's blue and white in season 2.
No, it's the Helmwidge Rancor or whatever. No.
Yes, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
We'll get to that soon enough. So Galio and McGillis have a fight, and it is the best fight in the series.
It is a good one.
Yes, and I argue that the series should have ended there.
So pause right here, because what you just said, that this is like one of the best fights, it's so true, because there's dialogue in it. Like, there's back and forth. Mikazuki fights have zero dialogue. It's just people talking and then him just saying, "Shut up." Which is
Yes,
just
Mikazuki responds to everything with "shut up, get to fighting, no more time for boring yapping."
it's stupid. So that's just another reason why Mikazuki should be a
Mikazuki's
side
basically
character.
yes, Mikazuki is basically an orc. Could you imagine if orcs were like Mikazuki? Shut up and get to fighting, you gate.
No, wait, do it where an orc is asking Orga what to do.
What should we do now next, boss? Olga?
There you go, see? It's the same thing.
Yes. So, yeah, and then Mikazuki goes to fight Ain, and that's also one of the best fights in the series. And while they fight, Galio ends up killing McGillis. The hero dies.
Wait, say that again?
The hero dies.
No, before that.
McGillis kills Galio.
There you go, that's better. Because that's what happened. I was so saddened, and I was so upset, because like every single person I like dies in Gundam.
But, you know, not really, because he comes back in season 2, a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, but I didn't. Well, this whole review is a spoiler, so don't worry. A spoiler alert's
Yeah.
at the beginning. But
Yeah.
when I first saw season 1, I was like, "There's no way!" Like every single
Yeah.
time, I was so pissed.
So McGillis reveals to Galio that his whole plan is, I want to reform Yellowhorn from its corrupt state, and I want to rebuild it into something beautiful.
Which is a cool concept.
Yes.
But his execution is but again, we'll get to that in a bit.
And then Mikazuki kills Ain.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
And after Mikazuki kills Ain, the old man gets to give his speech, and Yellowhorn starts to take in consideration of Mars, because now McGillis is part of the High Lords. You know,
High
he's
Lords
part of the
of Terra.
High Lords. God damn it, how did you know?
I know 40K, come on.
No, how did you know I was going to say that?
Joestar.
Josefa Justa! Okay, so, yeah, season 2 happens, and for the first couple episodes, it's real boring, because nothing happens.
Really is. Very true.
Cordelia isn't even there. She's
For
on
most-
Earth, and yeah, for most of season
Most
2,
of
she's
this-
on Earth.
yeah,
She's doing
she doesn't do anything.
bullshit. And for some reason, you say that she's worse than the stupid in Wing.
She is 10 times worse than Relina. Yes.
No, she's not.
Considering the ending of IBO, absolutely.
No.
yes.
Cordelia never taunts Mikazuki to kill her.
Hero! I am right over here, so come and kill me!
I get it. It's stupid, but it's the meme quality is amazing.
I
Cordelia doesn't do anything. She's so useless.
Hate the chick in Wing.
I trust
she's
me.
not-
I don't like Relina either.
Relina is the absolute worst character in Gundam history, period. Full stop. Don't fight me.
Pause. You've only seen one series and a couple of episodes here and there of other ones. You can't say that yet.
No. Yeah, and she's already proved to be the worst character.
No. She's bad, but she's not the worst. There's a whole lot of other ones that are
Mikazuki
worse.
may be emotionless and rely on other people to think of his ideas, but at least he's not just straight up stupid.
No, pause. They're on different stratospheres. You can't compare the Gundam
she's
protagonist
stupid and
with...
He's just an emotionless attack dog.
That is what he is. 100%.
Yes. So we cut back to Mars, right? And they're like, hey, we found something out in the desert. What is this thing? Turns out it's a Metal Gear.
It's true. It looks just like
It's
one.
a f***ing Metal Gear Ray. And
Yeah, that
this-
whole thing.
yes, it is a crazy ass time during that part. And here we meet our new characters. We meet Enoch, who is a very pompous asshole.
Oh, pause. His name isn't Enoch.
Eok?
Yes.
Like the bad guy from Ben 10, Eok.
Sure. Yeah, that.
Yes. You know, Eok. He shows up and he's a pompous asshole and he's like, for my house family, man, yeah.
Yes. He is.
And then
He's a-
we meet
he's a
his
good-looking
underling.
guy, but he's stupid.
We meet his underling, which I forget her name, but she eats a butterfly. And that's all that.
Julieta. Her name is Julieta.
Julieta, yes. And there we meet our masked man. I also forget the name of his thing, even though I should know, because I have his Metal Gear. God damn it, his mobile suit. I built
You
it.
just said it at the beginning of the video.
The Vadar?
Vidar.
Dar.
Vidar.
Shut up.
He's so cool. Best Char mask ever. Best Char clone ever.
Yes, and he's also Galio.
Yes, he is.
Even though you fought me tooth and nail to be like, no, it's not Galio, it's Vidar.
Because I want you have a very strange way of watching anime where you want to spoil yourself. I don't get it.
Hey, that's how I got into JoJo.
It's
I watched
weird. It is so weird that you want to be spoiled.
Vanny. How I got into JoJo was that I saw old man Joseph go, oh my god! And I was like, what the is this? And I started watching it.
Oh my goodness. It's just very strange.
When I got into Rosario Vampire was I saw the horrible anime and its skiing episode. And I was like, what is this? And something just snapped. Something just clicked in my brain. I didn't care about being better than Kakarot. I didn't care if I lived or died.
Oh my goodness.
What?
No, you're just insane. Continue.
Yes.
Continue. We left off on Vidar showing up.
Yes. And they show up and they get wrecked by the mobile armor.
And well, Vidar doesn't get wrecked. He never gets wrecked.
Yeah, Vidar's just watching and he's focused on McGillis the whole time.
Would have been cool for a fight for Vidar to be there, but you know, whatever.
Yes,
Fine.
but it's just like Vidar's just watching him from a distance and he's like, I know what you did last summer, McGillis. It'd be a shame if someone told them about how you set up Carta.
Yes.
And McGillis is like, how do you know?
It makes up for good drama. Very good drama.
Yes.
But yes.
But we all know it's Galio because he doesn't even bother to change his voice.
He has a modulator under the mask.
No, he doesn't. It's the same way with Char and Quattro. It literally doesn't change anything.
No, pause. No. I'm not letting you get away with that one. Quattro has never betrayed anyone in his life. His exact words.
Oh my god, shut up. Yes.
Those are his exact words. He even says, I don't know who Char is, and then that's it. It took all the way for us to see beautiful, sexy, hot Haman for us to realize, oh my goodness, Quattro is Char.
Vanny, Skune says that he loves Kurumu, but clearly that isn't true either, so how can we take Quattro's word for anything? You can't trust the liar and the deceiver.
Well, because he's Char, yes.
So you finally admit that he's Char.
Well, he is a Char. That's exactly what the letter said from... Never mind, you never saw Zeta Gundam anyway, so...
I mean, why would I have to?
Because you're on this mission, this journey to enjoy Gundam.
Yes, and you're also on the journey to enjoy all my harem ecchi manga, but yeah, here we are.
I read I'm almost done with Rosario Vampire. That should be good enough. It's that bad.
Okay, so the mobile armor, that thing is just crazy. So what ends up happening is it pisses off mobile suits and people with Elea Vignana systems. They can feel the rage inside the mobile suits for some reason. These things are just full of just rage and spit and hate for this thing. But the Elea Vignana system won't let the mobile suits go absolutely crazy on this thing for some reason.
See, and that's the problem, because there's so much base... Right, so the background is the mobile armors were during the Calamity War, which happened so many different years ago with the Gundams.
The mobile armors have no pilots. They're all AI.
Yes. And there is zero explanation as to what exactly happened with the Calamity War and all that.
There's no, prequel series to any of this.
Correct. It's very annoying.
You're just supposed to take it at face value that there was a war.
Then that's it. And somehow, in some way, Australia has the exact same hole in it that Australia in Universal Century has.
Happened. Maybe the original series happened. Maybe this takes place in the distant future.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. it didn't.
Maybe this takes place in a distant future where Xeon won and they reclaimed Earth.
No, because that still doesn't make sense, because
And all
Gallahorn
the
was more like the
fatties fucking
Titans.
left. And all the fatties left to Mars. And that's
No.
why there's an issue with Mars.
No, none of that is accurate at all.
Okay. Well, anyway, the mobile armor has a thing that you've been wondering for the longest while in this series. Where are the beam weapons?
Where the hell are the beam weapons? We went a whole season, and I guess a season and a half, really, of a lot of physical weapons, which are cool. I love the sound effect whenever they, like, bang the mobile suits against each other with, like, weapons or swords, but
Napalm in space.
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about
There's
that.
napalm in space. There's special missiles for the spaceships for napalm in space.
We don't talk about that. It's
But do we not?
No, we do not, because, it's Gundam. Like, it's the napalm, and the space napalm was stupid. I mean, I have no explanation or justification for it.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
I will say,
it's
though,
done.
at least with the beam weaponry makes sense. And at least it was nice to see, but I don't know if you were paying attention. But the mobile suits in IBO have a special, magnetic type coating that's resistant to beam weapons.
Yes, and there are no beam weapons for Gundams in this series, which is awesome because I think beam weapons are stupid.
You're weird. You're such a weirdo.
I want my Gundams to have guns, just guns everywhere.
And hence why you like heavy arms.
Yes, heavy arms that is peak form for a Gundam. Just guns everywhere.
No.
That's the peak male form right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so Mikazuki gets in a fight with the mobile armor after he decides, I'm just gonna let this Gundam go berserk on this thing.
And then what's the consequence of his actions?
Other than a badass fight, he becomes a vegetable.
As a cripple.
Well, paraplegic, whatever.
Yeah, cripple. He's a cripple.
Yes, he can't move his legs outside of his mobile suit.
Because he has to be connected by an umbilical cord.
Yes, basically. And after this fight goes down, we forgot to mention Mikazuki's little, girlfriend. The one that's always cooking for everybody.
Oh, what the hell was her name?
Well,
Atra.
Yes. And he just asks her out of nowhere, you want to and she's like, bet down.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what happens.
And after that happens, she's like, Cordelia, do you want to help me take care of my baby? And she's like, what the f***? You're pregnant? Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yes.
Make it make sense. I swear, it was the most... I don't understand, the whole, let's make Mikazuki a daddy. Who thought that that would be a good idea?
I don't get that either. So, with that being said, after the whole mobile armor incident, Tekiden and McGillis are in a lot of trouble from both part of the Yakuza family, because, Orga leading Tekiden is part of that Yakuza family, and McGillis, they want to get rid of McGillis, the Gallahorn, working with that Yakuza dude. I don't remember his name. He's not important because, he dies.
I can't remember his name either, so it's okay.
I don't remember. So there's a huge space battle going on about that, and Orga gets kicked out of the Yakuzas. But first, we have to go back to the death of Naze and his girlfriend, wife, I should say.
It was a emotional battle for sure.
It was. So Naze is like, all right, I'll give myself up to Gallahorn, no big deal, and I'll just explain everything that happened. Nope. Gallahorn starts blowing up his ship immediately.
As they should.
Yeah, and I really like Naze. He's a great character. He should have been the Orga of this series, but no, we get stuck with Orga.
That's valid. That is a valid feeling.
Yeah, so he rams into the side of a ship while being, killed, and his main wife ends up dying with him. It's very symbolic and beautiful, and whatever you want to say. It's a very emotional ride. And everybody's real bummed out that Naze's dead, especially Orga. Orga's like, my big brother died. I'm gonna go kill everyone that was involved in his death.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Orga launches an attack on the Yakuza member that helped, the Enoch kill Naze.
Yuck.
Whatever. The dude with dreads. How about
The
that?
hot Egyptian guy.
The guy with dreads. You know what? Yes, we'll just say the guy with dreads.
The hot Egyptian guy.
Whatever. So, Orga has Mikazuki go out, and all the people just go out and kill everybody that helped this dude. And it is an intense battle, and everybody's like, oh my god, you murderers. They end up killing a good few of Orga's forces, especially that one guy, the dumbass guy. I don't remember his name, but he had railguns on his Gundam.
Oh, Norba. Well, you called him a dumbass, really?
Yeah, he was dumb. He was
Oh my
stupid.
god, you're terrible. Norba was awesome.
No, he was stupid.
You're just upset because Norba had the mechanic kid who had a crush on him.
Who?
Remember one of the few canonically gay people in Gundam?
Why would I be jealous?
I'm not saying jealous. That's just why you don't like him.
That has nothing to do with why I don't like him. I don't like him because he was retarded.
He wasn't retarded. He was awesome, and he made nicknames for everything.
Yeah, and it was stupid, and I'm like, well, at least the dumbass did. By the way, he missed his shot. He had a clear shot to kill the main guy, but he missed.
He missed. Why did he miss, though?
Because he got a, spear through the fucking face, like in Evangelion.
Yeah, because Julieta saved the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get used to that. Julieta saves the day a lot now.
Ugh, man, Julieta, I mean...
Julieta's the worst. She truly is.
She's not the worst, but she's just female Mikazuki.
Well, I don't really have an issue with Julieta.
Shut up! You said it again on purpose.
I did, and I'll do it again.
You're a dick.
Yeah, so the Yakuza guy ends up calling, the boss of the Yakuza and is like, hey, can you do something about Orga? Orga's, attacking me. And he's like, you idiot, you don't think I know that you're trying to get rid of me and take over? And as far as I'm concerned, they're not part of us anymore, so you're fucked. So Mikazuki shows up and he just crushes the cockpit of this thing, like the bridge, with the Barbados's hands, basically, and just kills everyone by crushing them. It's very brutal.
Yeah, that is what IBO is known for. If it has anything of a high quality, it's its brutality.
Yes. And now we get to the interesting part of McGillis's whole arc.
Go ahead, explain his grand plan. Go ahead.
He wants to take over Gundam as its god emperor.
Yes. And he just thinks that everyone is going to be like, oh wow, he has this Gundam, I'm going to follow blindly.
I mean, if I'm being honest, Bale Gundam is pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, it does look cool. I will give it that.
It's a sick-ass Gundam. And
it is a cool-looking Gundam.
while McGillis is getting into this thing, Galio shows him. He's like, oh, this is your plan, you stupid idiot. And McGillis is like, no, this is. And Mikazuki drops from the ceiling in the Barbados.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
Mikazuki and Galio get in a fight, but it's revealed that Galio has a secret weapon. He also has an Avea... What the f...
Alea Vignana.
Alea Vignana, thank you. He also has that system in place, but it's backed up with another one. You see, Ein is not really dead. He lives on in AI form. And he's there with Galio to get his revenge.
It's called the Type E because it's Ein, Alea Vignana system. So
and
good.
Galio is there like Jotaro, and he's like, Ein, be the instrument of my revenge.
Yes.
So Mikazuki is getting his ass handed to him, basically, until McGillis.
Wait, I want you to say it again.
Galio ends up putting up a good fight against Mikazuki, and Mikazuki's like, oh, I might actually lose this one.
You said putting up like as if he barely... No, he wiped the floor of Mikazuki. Mikazuki couldn't stand a chance. He's lucky
Anyway.
that McGillis showed up.
Anyway, so what ends up happening is McGillis gets into the fabled Gundam with his Leia Vignata system, and he starts broadcasting a speech of how corrupt Gallahorn is and how he's going to reform it. And this scares Galio off for some reason.
Scare him off. He's obviously at a 2-to-1 disadvantage, so he retreats.
No, he also has a partner.
He does, but he still only has 1 Gundam to 2 Gundams. It's bad enough that you have to fight 1 Gundam.
Vanny, if it was like Pacific Rim, one would be controlling one side and the other would be controlling the other side.
Stop it, that's not how it works in Gundam.
Well, maybe it should. Maybe he would have won that fight if it did.
That's terrible. No, if he had a partner, then, perhaps, then that would have been a really good fight.
If only they brought back Carta Issue, but they didn't because,
I'm telling you, it would have been so much better if Carta
It would have
came back.
been. It would have been if she was like, "How could you betray us, McGillis?"
But even better, though, if she was fighting Mikazuki, because that is another problem that Mikazuki has. He has no rival. Every Gundam protagonist, every single one has a rival. Who?
I mean, technically, Lofter is his rival.
No, that isn't a rival. No. Amuro had Char. Judo had Haman. Ko had Gato. Hiro has Zex.
Wait, did you just say Gato?
Yes, Gato.
As in from Chrono Trigger?
Shut up, not that one. Don't you start.
I'm gonna give him silver points.
That is not the one. Don't start singing the song. Don't start singing the song. Every Gundam protagonist has a rival. Mikazuki doesn't have one.
Now you gotta edit in. You gotta edit in the beginning notes of the song because I started it.
And then I get taken down for copyright. Yay!
Oh yeah. Well, you can find some music that sounds kind of like it.
Oh, like a Rickroll.
Turn A Gundam.
Oh my god, I'd be so pissed.
Anyway.
Yes, so McGillis gets in the suit, he starts talking all this shit about Gallahorn, and Gallahorn starts losing its support. And everyone's like, "Oh, McGillis, you're the new hotness. McGillis, I want to bang you." And then, Gallahorn responds with Galio revealing what a shitbag McGillis is.
Correct.
And that's where McGillis' child bride finds out that McGillis is actually using her for power. And he's like, "You stupid little girl."
And then after that, we never see her again.
Well, because, she was going to kill him, and then if she couldn't kill him, she was going to kill herself.
But she doesn't.
But then neither of those happened because, McGillis grabs the knife with his hand and she slits it open.
But that's the most annoying thing. She the
She gets
sister
no
of Galio, we never see her again after that.
I mean, she has a few scenes, and because Galio's dad shows up, and he's like, "How can you stand by this man?" "Because I'm his wife."
Which is stupid, I understand too. But I'm saying, even at the end, when Galio makes it through everything, she's not there.
Vanny, we forgot to go over an important part.
What?
After Naze's death, Lofter ends up hanging out with Akihiro, and that goes nowhere.
Oh, yes. How did we forget that one?
Yeah, we forgot about that. We forget that they go on their little dates, and she's like, "I love you, but I can't be with you, so bye."
Makes sense,
and
right?
Akihiro's very, upset about this, but he understands.
Makes no sense.
And then Lofter goes into a bear shop, like a teddy bear store.
Yes.
And then she gets her brains blown out by the Yakuza member that doesn't matter that they killed out of revenge.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Yeah, they blow her brains out all over this teddy bear store.
I wish we saw it.
And this pisses off Akihiro, and I forgot how his character arc goes. He gets all pissed, and he's like, I'll kill everybody and everything. I'll be awful, blah, blah, blah. I completely forgot about the dude on Earth.
Which one on Earth?
The dude with the beard that Akihiro kills.
Which one on Earth?
The guy that was working for Gallahorn.
That's right. That's right. The mercenary
We forgot
guy.
about that.
I forgot
the mercenary
he even
guy.
existed. I forgot he existed.
Yeah, I forgot about that part too.
I totally forgot about him. He was cool. That's right. And then he just died.
Back. Yeah, he's basically Big Boss from Metal Gear because he's like feeding Tekiden like bad information, and he gets the guys from Tekiden on Earth to attack McGillis, but they don't know that it's McGillis. So they go and they have a fight with them, and there's a huge war or whatever, until Mikazuki and Akihiro show up, and they're like, oh my god, is that Mikazuki? And Mikazuki's like, hey, don't kill this guy. And they're like, all right, cool, we won't kill him. But it turns out the guy with the beard has been feeding them wrong information, so Akihiro goes and deals with it and kills him. And he gives Akihiro a speech before he dies. He's like, oh, all the decent people end up dying, blah, 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 blah. So after that, after Lofter dies, Akihiro's like, I'll show them how awful I can be, blah, blah, blah. So now we come to our final episodes with the war between Gjallarhorn, McGillis, and Tekiden.
You forgot a part.
No, I'm getting to that part.
We'll see if you are, because I think you did forget it, but go ahead.
No. I know what part you're talking about. So, while everybody's getting ready for this war, Orga ends up talking to Cordelia and all of them, and it's like, we need funding for this war. We can't do this. We barely have anything. We're not going to win if we don't get help. And Cordelia's like, I can pull some strings or whatever. We'll be fine. We'll live. And Orga is like, oh my god, we'll make it. We'll live. We'll finally get to that place. We're gonna make it to our destination. We'll get better lives. We'll finally be able to leave all this behind. And then he gets gunned down in the streets.
Too bad.
And it's a very emotional moment for people that actually cared.
Oh my god! The way you just said that.
I mean, Orga's cool and all, but I didn't care.
I can just picture, like, it's happening and you're just sitting there just stone-faced, like, straight-faced, like, okay.
I was like, oh, so this is how he dies.
So tragic. Okay, whatever.
He should have died in his mobile suit at the end because he has a mobile suit.
It's so ridiculous. He has a cool-looking mobile suit, and it's so. I don't understand the decision. I really don't get it. I think it does get used, but it doesn't get used by him.
No, it gets used by
the other, like the second commander or whatever.
Yeah, the ginger kid.
So stupid. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, yes.
So unfortunate, because you're right. He should have died in there.
And now we cut to our final battles taking place on Mars and in space. In space, we have McGillis going up against the fleets of Gjallarhorn, while on Mars, the ground forces between Gjallarhorn and Mikazuki and all of them are happening.
You missed one part. You missed the part. You still missed it.
What do you mean, what part?
The part where Rustal Elion, the leader of Gjallarhorn,
he
finesses McGillis.
Yes.
Because he uses that secret weapon against him.
Yeah. So, what is the secret weapon? Because I forgot.
The Dainsleff.
Oh, what?
Remember, it's that giant, like, spear thing that shoots out.
Oh, yeah, the fucking crossbow, basically.
Yes, the Gundam, the Mobile Suit crossbow thing. One of Rustal Elion's people acts as a decoy, sets up McGillis, and then goes, oh look, McGillis just used a forbidden weapon. I guess I should use my forbidden weapons. And then they all come out. Oh, it's so awesome. I love that part.
Yes, and they surround Mars, and they begin orbital bombardment of the planet, something that they should have done in the beginning.
That would have solved all of our problems. See, if Russell was there from the beginning, but he wasn't, so...
Yeah, while that's happening, McGillis and Galio have their rematch in space.
Rematch. Very good.
It was a good rematch. It was a very good rematch. It's very emotional, and surprisingly, Galio wins.
I was surprised. I really was expecting Galio to not make
I
it.
was also expecting Galio to die. I was expecting Nobunaga's ambition to win over Galio.
Oh my goodness. I really, like, the whole scene where Galio is just standing there with the gun aimed right at McGillis after everything. I
Yes.
jumped out of my seat. I was like, oh my god, Galio, yes!
If only McGillis had the intelligence to match the ambition of Nobunaga and Griffith that he has.
That's the thing. His plan was so stupid. It's like, oh wow, you got this great
Yes.
plan. What is it? Oh well, I'm gonna pilot this Gundam.
The founding members Gundam, and that'll make me king.
Exactly. And it's like, really, that's not how it works. And it's
It's as if Gilliman picked up the Emperor's sword and was like, "I am the Emperor."
exactly like that's not how it works. People aren't gonna fall for that. But he had people that fell for it still. But you know.
Yes. So Galio wins the fight, and McGillis crashes his mobile suit into the hangar of Rustel's ship, and somehow Galio gets in there, and he's hunting down McGillis until McGillis starts bleeding out and leans up against the wall, and McGillis is like, "Galio, you truly were my only friend, blah, 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 blah." It's a very emotional scene, and Galio has his gun up to McGillis, and he's like, "Don't say that, don't say what I think you're gonna say, because if you say it, I think I might have to forgive you."
It's so good.
And then McGillis holds Galio's face, and he kisses him deeply.
No, that's not what happened. I wouldn't mind for that to happen, but no, that's not what happened.
No, I think he holds Galio's face, but then he dies staring him in the eyes.
Yeah, he has the dead eyes that happen.
Yeah, and so McGillis dies, which means Tekkanen has no more support from Gjallarhorn,
Correct.
which means the entirety of Gjallarhorn is now on the ground. So Mikazuki and all the people and mobile workers and mobile suits are like, "F- it, we're gonna die. But you know what? At least we can help the future of our people escape and our friends and whatnot."
It is a very cool final stand type thing.
Yes.
We'll give him that.
Akihiro and Mikazuki charge in, and Mikazuki ends up fighting Julieta, who kills him.
Well, you forgot the other part, the orbital bombardment that completely both of them up.
Yes, the orbital bombardment like skewers through the mobile suits, and Mikazuki is there like bleeding out and whatever, and he dies for a brief second. But then he comes back and he's like, "I'm not gonna let people live. I'm gonna just kill everybody until I die." So what he does is he rips off the Barbados's arm that got stained to the ground, I think. And he gets up and he starts going berserk, and he starts licking the blood from his face and whatever, like a psychopath or an edgy, like, 13-year-old would.
Exactly, the edgy 13-year-old. That is the perfect example, yes.
Yes, and then, you know, the more he fights Julieta, the more he gets destroyed. So he has no more arms. All he has is legs and his little whippy tail thing. Because we forgot to mention this, the Barbados gets an upgrade. Barbados Lupus Rex, but...
It gets about 8 upgrades. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And all he's using to fight Julieta is the little whippy tail. Until finally Mikazuki starts bleeding out and he dies.
Thank God. Good riddance with trash.
And Akihiro dies, you know, crushing Enoch. Eok, whatever.
A good death, too. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
He's like, "It was you. You're the one who killed Lofter." And Enoch is like, "What the fuck?" And he gets crushed to death in, like, a scissor device. Like, if you ever seen, like, Metal Gear Rising Sundowner's weapon, that's basically what he's using to kill Enoch.
It's like a giant pincer, and he just, like a nutcracker, just
Yes.
squashes him. Like, it's...
Yeah.
You can imagine, like, the fear that Eok would have in that, but, like, oh my goodness.
But he does it too quick before Enoch can react and scream or whatever. He just goes, just squished like a grape. And Akihiro's like, "Yes, finally, revenge!" Ah! And then they kill him.
Yes, yes.
So, Gjallarhorn wins. The good guys win.
The good guys win. Yes, they do.
The good guys win. And Mars ends up becoming a free, like, thing within limits. Like, it's still under Gjallarhorn's rule, but they're like, all right, we'll fuck off for a bit. Just don't go crazy. And there's a grave set up for all the members of Tekkadan.
Piss on it.
Everyone that died.
No, I said piss on it, not who's on it.
Oh, piss on it, not
Yeah,
who's
piss
on
on
it.
it. Yeah, piss on it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's the future, and Julieta is pushing Galio in a wheelchair, and it's like, I can't believe, like, all that stuff happened, whatever. And Galio's like, do you want to go, like, on a date? And he smiles for the first time in forever. She's like, oh, you're smiling. Yeah, I am.
See what I mean?
And
like,
Galio...
Oh my goodness. Like...
Galio's like, you should eat more. I like women with curves.
Yes, he does say that. But, like, it would have meant so much more if it was Carta. Like,
it would have meant so much more if Julieta had gotten more spotlight, or if it was Carta. But...
like, either if Julieta was there from season 1 and was palling around with Galio, or if it was Carta. Like, there was no meat on the bone for that. So it was like, oh, here we go, random ship. Like,
there was no meat on the bone for, Galio to hold on to.
That's exactly why she needs to eat more. I mean, she looked a lot better older than she did, like,
But apparently Galio needs more pushing for the cushion.
Yes, and apparently he was in the wheelchair because he gets the Alea Vignana system removed. And it's like, well, there goes any future use of Galio. Like, that's it. Like, now you're going back to...
And then, we cut to the surviving members of Tekkadan, and they're like, oh, like, things aren't so bad now. Like, I really wish that our friends were alive to see this. And Cordelia's like, yeah, I wish that too. And then she leaves. But then it cuts to the guy that's been giving her money. This guy that's not important. He dies on the like Elvis, but, he got a bullet through the head.
That was cool. I mean, I did like that little recap that...
It was the little ginger kid that did it.
Yes, it was.
And then it cuts to, like, the ending sequence that they always cut to with the desk with the picture of everybody and Biscuit's hat. And it turns out that this whole thing was going on inside the imagination of a child, Mikazuki's child.
Yes, Akatsuki.
Who looked exactly like Mikazuki, but blonde, and he has emotions.
That's so true. That is true.
That's the end of Iron Blooded Orphans.
Wait, you just skipped over one other part.
What other part?
So let's go back to Atra and Akatsuki, which is the son of Mikazuki.
Yes.
There is there's another person involved.
Oh yeah, Cordelia shows up.
Yeah, they're lesbians. Oh, look at that. Oh.
They're not lesbians.
They might as well be lesbians, and I'm pretty sure they're f***ing each other.
Domestic partners.
I'm pretty sure they're
No, they're not.
Oh, yeah, they are. Come on, they gotta
Like,
get Mickey in
why
there.
can't Cordelia show up to be like, I miss Mikazuki?
So, oh gosh.
Why can't she just be like, you remind me of Mikazuki, kid. I'm gonna hang around.
So Kudelia's just saying, oh, look, Akatsuki, you look just like Mikazuki. I'm gonna do things to you like I was gonna do to Mikazuki.
That's not what I was going with. I was gonna say, like...
I'm just saying.
I was going with that she's imprinting on him, like, I want to be your mom.
Yeah, they're lesbians.
Shut up.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, it's just random and out of there, out of the blue. Like, okay.
He's going to help take care of the child. They're not lesbians. It's just an arrangement for the head.
Oh, they're doing it. Oh, they are so doing it.
Well, they're not. There's no proof.
Oh, there's proof. Just look at how they're looking at each other.
Because they're reminiscing about
about last night.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, that's all of
Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yes, it is. So, yeah. I mean, so what were your final thoughts? What did you think about it as a whole? Was it a pain in the ass, or was it actually a decent watch?
It was a decent watch. Like, parts were very slow at times, but, they didn't drag on like other series, like Jesus Christ.
What, Wing?
Only in season 2 did I ever feel like, Jesus Christ, can I just skip most of this until there's actually going on? Yeah,
season 2 has a lot of pacing issues, and unfortunately that also happens with other Gundam series. Like, whenever they do a season 1 into season 2, the season 1 almost is always better than season 2.
Yeah.
So,
So yes, I would recommend people watch this one if that's like one of your first Gundam series. Like, there's not a whole lot of like talking in season one. Generally a lot more action, but if you're not into the whole like, oh, I want to get into the whole political like bullshit of Gundam, you're not gonna get into that. Like, there's some, but there's not a lot.
Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot of political drama in this one. You'll see that more in Universal Century, which is why I don't think you're ready for that. Because, you like to see
I'm gonna watch Gundam
shiny fights.
Unicorn.
You want to see shiny... No, God, no, not unicorn. No, you just want to see shiny fights and,
I'm gonna watch Gundam
Mobile
Unicorn and beat up my own ass about it, because apparently Gundam Unicorn is pinnacle of Gundam stuff.
I'm telling you right now, if you were to watch Gundam Unicorn, you will be completely lost. I guarantee it. Because
Who the f is Armoro?
Exactly.
What is a Garma?
Garma's not even...
pathetic.
Stop it. Stop mentioning my baby.
Well, maybe your baby should have been born, the misfortune of his birth.
You keep quoting that, and you don't even know the meaning of it, so don't even.
It means that he's a f***ing loser.
It means that, you know what? I'm not gonna have you slander him. He is a good
I
boy.
mean, you slander a bunch of things that I like, so why can't I do this to you?
Because the things that you like are actually terrible.
Wow. F you. I'll have you know Dark Souls is amazing.
Oh my god, okay. Any other final thoughts about IBO?
No, I didn't really have any other issues with it.
So, if you wanted to see, here's the thing with IBO. Because you know how we were just talking about, there's nothing about the Calamity War and anything like that. It would be nice to have something like that, but they don't.
Oh yeah, it would be nice to, maybe get a flashback episode to like the Calamity Wars going on. But, we never do.
Nope.
They never explain.
Do you know what we get instead?
We get a whole origin story of McGillis.
No, we don't get... No, I'm talking about outside of the anime. All we get is a mobile game that is a direct sequel that no one can play outside of Japan, and a
I'm
manga.
sure it's defunct and the servers are down.
I don't even know I don't know about... It's called Urdu Hunt or something stupid. I don't know, but...
Something stupid in Japanesey.
No, it's not even Japanesey. It's like something else. But then the other one it's called Blooded Orphans Gecko. No pun intended to, the gecko that we know. And
Gecko.
That's a whole other different, story. It involves Galahorn and involves, people like that. But anyways, my point is, the whole, I don't remember the name of their universe, but the IBO universe is, squandered potential. They need to expand on it.
It was real crazy in the after credits, though, of the final episode where Armoro shows up.
Shut the... You know what? Don't even. It doesn't even make sense. This isn't SD Gundam G Generation. There's not going to be a crossover like that. Don't.
No, Vanny, it's where Resident Evil 8 got the idea of Ethan Winters coming back at the end, even though he died. Armoro shows up next to the grave of everyone in Tekkadan, and it was like a huge moment. It was like, oh my god!
If I had a bat, I would whack you with it. So hard.
Whack? Why'd you say it like that? Whack.
A whack. It's like Cool Whip. It's like Cool Whip.
Oh my god, shut up. Stop stealing Family Guy jokes.
Anyways, alright, so you highly recommend IBO. It wasn't as bad as you thought, and since
it was certainly better than Wing.
It was certainly better than Wing, even though you haven't finished Wing, so you can't say that just yet. You have 3 Gun Plus, so I think you like Gundam.
I like building models.
Yeah, but I think because you enjoyed IBO, you like Gundam.
I like it slightly more than I did, which was not before any at all.
You were Mr. I hate Mecha. Mecha's stupid. You watched
Well,
IBO.
it's so boring a lot of the time.
Makes no sense. That is such slander, it doesn't even make sense.
Vanny, you don't even like Evangelion.
Correct. It's terrible.
Oh, you're gonna get a lot of flack in the comments for that one.
I hope so, and that will make me make my video of why I hate it.
Vanny. You're.
If you're not famous, you shall be infamous. That is what I shall strive to become.
Oh yeah, is that what your model, your role model in life char says?
Oh my god, why do you know what? Anyways, thank you so much for
Wait,
coming
wait,
on.
Vanny, I have one question for you. Who would you rather live with? Would you rather live with Tsukude, Mikazuki, or Shinji?
Wow.
What do you mean no?
Shinji.
Why Shinji?
Because I can at least, like, bully him around and I don't have to
Oh,
deal
what?
with.
You too scared to bully Mikazuki?
No, because he's just gonna sit there and stare at me eating his little dates the whole time, and I'm just gonna get annoyed by it just looking at him. Sukune is not even a factor. Like he's not even a factor.
But he's cool now.
He's not. He will never be cool.
He's the coolest.
He will never
Vanny,
be
he's
cool.
got the red eyes. He's got the silver hair now.
He doesn't because in season 2 none of that happens.
Oh.
Anyways, we will save that for whenever we make the Rosario Vampires.
Hopefully soon. And remember to spam the comments if you want me and Vanny to LP the Rosario Vampire DS game.
No one knows what that game is except for you.
It is Rosario Vampire. Who's gonna be Miss Yokai?
No one knows this game but you. So
Everyone knows this game.
No, it will not happen. I don't care if there are 100 comments.
No, there's gonna be thousands of comments.
I don't care if there's 1,000 comments. I am not playing it. No.
Why not?
Because it's stupid. It's so stupid.
Filing romance anyone other than Boca.
A bat to the head. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you talking Gundam with me because I enjoy talking Gundam.
Of course you do.
I always
But
do.
when it comes to things that I like, you want to shut me up and just talk about Gundam.
Correct, because Gundam is superior in every way.
You're not supposed to say correct.
What? I'm honest. I'm an honest person.
No, I take interest in your things.
I am an honest person. Everything I say is with 100%
I'm
honesty.
not an asshole. I'm just brutally honest, which makes you even more of an asshole.
Correct. Congratulations, you made it to the end. The cringe is over. Unless you want more. Do it. Click those videos in the box. Do it. Do it.